What's going on, everybody? How are you doing? I'm on the road right now in Virginia doing my complete nutrition tour, launching my products, of course, in these great locations. And we're actually going to be in Fredericksburg today. I'm going to be alongside my business partners, Mike Rashid and Shantor Body, with the Ambrosia Collective. So we will be there rocking and rolling, doing our thing, and it's going to be a great time. And yeah, I'm really excited to get out there and meet you guys. I just announced on my Instagram. Instagram is at Marc Lobliner. That's at Marc Lobliner, MarcLobliner, at on Instagram. And I just announced a whole new group of tours going on in Texas. Going to be in Austin, Texas, College Station, Texas, and Tyler, Texas. Be training at Big Tex Gym. Going to be training at Metroflex Tyler alongside you guys. It's a free event. And of course, with these events, we will also be launching and sampling out our Outright protein bars. Outright bar is going to be awesome. All natural ingredients, no glycerin, no prebiotic fiber. Just stay tuned for more release videos dropping for that as we get further and further into the launch. But thought I'd bring up the Mr. Olympia. It's coming up, and we will be at the Mr. Olympia. If you want to see me at the Mr. Olympia, I'll be there from 2 to 5 p.m. both Friday and Saturday alongside Kara Corey. It's going to be a hell of a time. And I'm going to be at the Expo, even though I'll go into the Expo has disappointed in the past. However, I'm not selling anything there. All I'm going to do there, you can't buy any product. All you can do is we're going to hand out, hold on, I'll show you what we're going to hand out. We're going to hand out single serving sample packs of our MTS Whey, of our Ruckus, of our Clash, and of our Machine Fuel. We're going to have free samples. We're also going to be cutting up and sampling out the Outright bar. So we're not selling anything. We're just there to say hi, give back, and of course sample out our products so you guys can buy them later because, well, we got bills to pay. So on to the actual Olympia contest. As you saw the thumbnail, Phil Heath looking sad. Now, I am a huge fan of bodybuilding. I started my career at Weider Publications. As you know, Weider is the group that put on the first Olympia, first bodybuilding shows. First real ones. NABBA's been around a lot longer. But in the past, I even went as far as I helped put on the Olympia. When the Olympia was at the Mandalay Bay, I was part of the group that actually helped to organize and put on that event. I sold booth spaces at the event. I am very connected between the years of 2000 and 2004. I played a huge role in putting on the Olympia. And those were the heydays of bodybuilding. You had Chris Cormier, you had Flex Wheeler. Dorian just came off his pedestal, winning 6 straight Mr. Olympias. At the end of the day, I think that the Olympia is the benchmark. As Mr. Olympia, you in that Sandow, you're the dude. Yeah, the Arnold pays a lot, but the Sandow, that's everything. Like when I first started, in the industry, I knew the Mr. Olympia. The Arnold Classic, that didn't even mean anything to me as a spectator, as a fan, and later on as a person who worked for the actual, Weider company that put on the Mr. Olympia. The Mr. Olympia, the Sandow is everything. And I remember back in the day, you had Ronnie versus Jay. And then Ronnie stepped down. You had Dexter come into the fray. And you had Cormier and Flex and Lee Haney. And everybody would talk about the hype leading into the Olympia. And other than a couple, more news-based sites like Nick Strength and Power, who I think Nick Strength and Power, if you want any kind of gossip or news about the industry, Nick Strength and Power is the best we have on YouTube. And he's, I'll watch his videos probably once or twice a week because he'll catch my eye with something. I don't watch his stuff on like, why is John Cena fat now, or John Cena's getting lean. And I saw those when I was kind of browsing through videos, what's going on in the industry this morning. Sometimes I want to see what's going on. And lives, by the way, I don't really stay on topic, so bear with me if you don't like it. Say, actually have a choreographed video. So, I think that, with everything going on, I think that it's kind of gotten out of hand to the point where people don't really give a shit about bodybuilding, about the Olympia. It's just gotten out of hand. And I think the main thing is there's too many divisions. Back in the day, you had fitness, you had figure, and you had women's bodybuilding, and then you had men's bodybuilding. And then when men's bodybuilding got too extreme, you had men's physique. And then when men's physique got too small and men's bodybuilding got too big, they tried to bring it in and bring in classic physique, which my main contention with classic physique is, couldn't we just turn bodybuilding into classic physique and make it where we don't reward people for looking pregnant on stage and we don't reward people for being too big? The judging could have easily stopped what is going on right now. The judging could have easily made it where we don't have 300-pound guys dying because they're getting too big for the sport. Right now, what they're doing in Kuwait and the Camel Crew and all that has nothing to do with bodybuilding. That's a chemistry project. Like that is, and I know bodybuilding is all about steroids. I know steroids plays a huge role in bodybuilding, but like they've made it where steroids are the determining factor in bodybuilding. You have guys like Brandon Curry going over there after training and taking steroids for years, and they inject him with this super physiological fucking I'm gonna kill you tomorrow dose of steroids, and they're coming back 40 pounds heavier in like 12 weeks. It's become just a friggin' chemistry project, and it's just annoying to watch. And I think that as you see, bodybuilding, which should be the only fucking men's division there is, and I mean that as a purist, with all due respect to physique, I do not believe an IFBB pro card in physique is the equivalent of an IFBB pro card in bodybuilding, because physique is not bodybuilding. It's not something I believe that's like getting a pro card in chess, in my opinion. It has nothing to do with it. It just, for me, it's not pure. And again, that's just my opinion as a purist. I think there's too many divisions. If you're a coach like me and you have a client come up to you and say, where should I compete? Like, where do you send them? Like, if they're on a ton of drugs, do you send them to bodybuilding? If they're on just a little bit of drugs, do you send them to classic physique? And if they're just on Winstrol and Anavar, do you send them to physique? I mean, where do you even go? And for females, now you have bikini, you have bodybuilding's gone, you have bikini, you have figure, you got rid of fitness because you took out all athletic components of competing now. And then you have, what is bikini anyway? Like, it just... And in their guidelines, it says no cap delts. I've looked in many physiological books, and there's no such thing as cap delts. And so, off to too many divisions. There's no clear number two. Like, there's Rami, and Rami is just too freakishly weird looking. Like, the guy has a small waist and enormous muscle bellies, but it literally looks like you just took a fucking bicycle pump and started pumping that motherfucker up. I mean, there's no sense. No semblance of any direction to what the hell is going on with that guy's physique. And I think Phil's good enough to win for as long as he wants to. However, there's some other guys coming up that look good, but I mean, there's no clear Kai versus Phil. People love the drama. Like, everybody's like, oh man, I can't believe people. Dude, you got to remember, like, Ronnie was the Phil before, Ronnie, people hated Ronnie. People hated the fact that Ronnie beat Jay. There's always going to be a number two that a lot of people like so much that they hate the number one. Ronnie's literally the nicest guy who ever walked the face of this earth. And people fucking hated him because they thought Jay should win. And that's what it was, Phil versus Kai. And Generation Iron did a great job of painting Kai as a bad guy. Phil as a bad guy. And Kai as the underdog good guy who gets screwed. And I have enough. That's enough talking about Generation Iron. They're just a tabloid anyway. Another thing is the Expo is down dramatically. When I was at Weider, we used to have a Mandalay Bay. So we'd have the convention center and we'd have the actual event center where the Olympia was held. Now it's a fucking 30-minute bus ride. First of all, I don't take buses. I'm a little too fucking hoity-toity for that. But the Expo is an absolute fail. Last time we exhibited there, it was underwhelming. The Arnold just completely fucking kills it every year. However, you know what? I get so many people asking for us to be there, and I'm launching this bar. Like, I don't care if we lose money. I'm not going to sell there, but I'm just going to go there to sample things and say hi to people, and that's worth the $4,000 investment. It's not going to cost much because I'm not putting much into it. I'm not even buying electric for the booth. We're going to have a fucking tent, 2 pop-up banners, and we're going to have people sampling out bars. And again, we're going to hand out some of these bad boys right there, the single serves. So we'll be there. We're in booth 1154. That's booth 1154. Again, we're not spending much money. It's just myself. Kara's going to be there. And then our Vegas squad will be holding down the sampling. Bottom line is, we just don't have a good look for bodybuilding right now. There's too many divisions, too many classes, and people just look fucking retarded. So at the end of the day, I think that is the Olympia dead? It will always be around, but as long as American media, AMI, is in charge of it, I don't see it going much further, because while they're a great business, I worked for them for 2 years. I sold tabloids. Bottom line is, You know, I just don't see anybody growing something if they don't love it. They don't have the passion for it. And the reason bodybuilding grew so well under Joe is that Joe Weider invented modern day bodybuilding. Joe Weider loved the sport, and David Pecker does not love the sport. And unless you're passionate, like the reason I'm good at what I do, the reason MTS is 116, I think 500, the reason that we're noticing a record year again is because I love this shit. My team loves this shit. We live it. We love it. We breathe it. You know, I wanted this bar for me. You know, I love what I do. I'm out here right now in Virginia doing events, talking about my stuff. But when you don't love what you do, when you're doing it for money alone, it's just not going to grow. Anyway, guys, I got 5 minutes for Q&A, and then I got to hit the road. I'm heading out to Fredericksburg, Virginia today. But, you know, I'm here to answer your questions, and I try my best not to miss lives. So let's go on. The hype is pretty good this year. Maybe you're seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Love your channel. Thank you, Rod. Competitors look retarded now. Couldn't agree more. Bit off topic. What happened to Doug Miller? Well, I'll be with Doug on Saturday and Sunday at 2 of his stores. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see it. Bethesda Nutrition Corner and another one. We will be there for their grand opening of one location and their anniversary of another location. I'll be there with Mike Rashid, Sean Torbati, and Doug Miller. So I don't know where you thought Doug went, but Doug's still out there being as natty as one can, right? Do you do the same stretching and mobility? If so, what? Yeah, I absolutely do. I do my mobility and stretching. I don't have time when I travel, but I try my best. No, seriously, I'm going to stomp the yard. Okay, cool. Where are we going? I stopped watching after Kai left. That's why I opted out of bodybuilding. There's no point in even going up on stage with when Kevin beside you is on tons of steroids. There really isn't no point. I could see that. I was looking forward to Super League, taking off too many injuries, and I also think it's a silly setup. I just think Super League is just a silly idea. It's a freak show, but at what cost to competitors? Way too many divisions and women not looking like women anymore. Preach. What's up, bro? Preach on. Thank you. Physique would be better if politics didn't affect the standings. Derek, anytime, even figure skating, and anytime you have judges determine an outcome, boxing, you name it, you're going to have some shady shit. And you're never going to get away from that. The physique guys are beefing hard. I haven't even seen that. What are they, slapping each other with their purses? Any affiliates from Wisconsin? I'm not sure. I don't know. There's a lot going on right now. Do you mean affiliates or stores? Because if you want to be an affiliate, you could sign up and apply right now. What's your height and weight? I was 223 pounds yesterday, and I am 5'8"-ish, 5'7"-ish. It depends on the time of the day. You going back to doing shows? Well, I mean, competing, no, but I've always been doing expos and stuff. Now with the bar, with the outright bar, we have reason to be going to stuff. With your HRT, TRT, what are you going for total tests on your blood work? My doctor wants to see me between 1,200 and 1,500 total tests. Thoughts on the ab wheel? I'm good with it. I'm thinking to start injecting. I've been working out for 2 years from judo. I'm buying, dude, no drug questions, bro. What are your top 3 subs for building lean mass? I know good nutrition is paramount. MTS Whey, because you need adequate whey protein. MTS Nutrition Clash, because it has creatine, beta-alanine, is a great pre-workout. And then Machine Fuel. And then you just got to fucking eat, bro. Are they hitting each other with purses? I thought that was a good one, Wayne. Does a keto-style diet help with hormone lows and dieting down for a show? No, it doesn't trick anything. At the end of the day, if you're hypocaloric, doesn't matter what your split is, you're still going to hate life. Someone wants to work for you, no experience in a business degree. Do you prefer to specialize, HR, marketing? What am I going to hire you for if you don't have something you do? Like, if I'm looking for a marketing guy and you come in like, hey, I can work, that doesn't really prove much. So you need to have a specialty. You need to specialize in something, or else you're not going to get a job or a career. Do physique guys take the same amount of stuff than the open class? I really don't know. I'd guess no. I would guess no. Can I take Vasky before cardio? Fuck yeah, why not? Are you still experimenting with the carnivore? No, I hate it. It made me shit water. I think the body needs fiber. I really think, after trying it, I think fiber, I don't care what argument you come with, I think you need some fiber in your diet. And I really like eating vegetables. And they're healthy, and they've been shown to have anti-cancer effects. Why wouldn't I eat them? How long before your workout should you take a pre-workout? With Clash and Vasky, I like to take it 20 to 30 minutes pre-workout. Looking for pricing analysts or strategic pricing analysts? Nope, not at all. I'm not. I can't. In my industry, we don't really need pricing analysts because I handle that all myself. And I run a very tight ship. I mean, we are extremely understaffed, but man, do we have some talent on our team, man. Best talented people in the industry. Face down, ass up, top or bottom. Oh man, I really don't turn down any kind of sexual position when my wife gives me the opportunity. I really, I go back to, I like when she's on top, really. I mean, it's just less work and got boobs. Yeah, I'm all for that. That's usually our go-to. I'm all hyped for the outright bar. It's just outright crazy. So patiently waiting. Well, thank you. I can't wait. Next week. Non-stim or low-stim pump products. If you want non-stim pump products, Kaz has Band-Aids. A nice name. I would recommend going with MTS Nutrition Vasky. Anyway, guys, I'm going to start heading out to Fredericksburg. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. See you guys next time.